What's up everybody, it's Jedimanda here again to give you another cosplay tutorial. This time I'm showing you how I made my Doctor Strange wig. Here we go! Okay, let's first pause and talk about where the wig is from. This wig is actually from ardawigs.com, and for this build I was actually sponsored by them, so thanks Arda! Now this wig is the Virginia Classic LaceFront in dark brown with silver hair ventilated in. Okay, now you have what wig it is. Let's move on to making the wig. Okay, so Benedict Cumberbatch is a little bit of a widow's peak, and I actually am going to be removing that section that I sectioned off. You don't necessarily have to, but for the look I was going for, I really wanted to remove it. So then I went ahead and sectioned off my bangs and pulled the hair back to kind of get the look and feel I wanted on my head before actually going in and working on the wig. Okay everybody, what I'm doing right now is removing the hair with my wig hook. If you do not have a wig hook, you can use a straight pin, which is the same width of the needle that I have that I'm using. It just requires a little more finagling around to get it out. Now you do not want to cut the hair out if you decide to remove some of this widow's peak. You want to get in there with a pin or a wig hook and try to dislodge the knot so the hair comes out easily from the lace. You don't want to rip the lace. You want it to come out nice and smooth. This might take a bit. So take your time, go slow, focus on getting under those knots and removing the hair if this is ultimately what you wanted to do with this wig. Alright, it's ventilating time. Now, if you do not know how to ventilate, which means tying hairs into a wig with a lace or mesh front, I will be placing a link to Arda Wig's YouTube channel video on how to ventilate wigs in this video and below in the description. The rest of this video I will not be showing you how to ventilate, so if you are interested in learning this process, I suggest you try it out first on something else besides your Doctor Strange wig or whatever wig you're trying to ventilate. Here I am just showing you where and what position I am actually putting the hair. Ventilating takes a lot of practice, so if this is your first time doing it, take your time and teach yourself how to do it before really diving into a wig before. Now, if you don't want to ventilate, here are some options that I actually will prescribe for you to do. The first one, dry shampoo, self-explanatory. It's powder. Spray it in your hair and your hair becomes white and also gives a nice bit of volume. The next is white colored hairspray. Just be careful where you aim, and it actually really works. It does leave a little bit of a chunkier residue, but hey, if you don't want to ventilate and you want a quick option, it's a good way to go. I'll put both links to buy both products in the description below. The time it took for me to ventilate both sides of this wig was about 4 hours. I put in a lot of silver wefts, not hairspray, into the wig, and I wanted it to look really good on camera. Unfortunately, if you keep adding more and more hair, it becomes thicker and thicker on the sides and it sticks out, and I didn't remove any hair from the sides either. So I went in as much as I could, and I think I got the look that I really wanted. Okay, so our hair is removed, our silver hair has been added, now it's time to style. Grab those bangs and make sure you have a good amount sectioned off what you want. I wanted his very front bounce curly bangs, so I took about 2-inch section from the front and decided that's what I'm going to cut. Now it's time to grab your scissors, and don't be nervous because you only get one shot at this, so don't panic. Make sure you measure twice and start snipping away. There's really not much of an art to cutting hair, just kind of go at it. It's different if you want layers or if you want a ragged edge, but here I just went ahead and cut a length and measured again, and then went back to cut some more. Notice I'm going at a vertical angle for this one to give it more of a raggedy edge look instead of a blunt straight cut. And feathering it out with the blades of the scissors also does really work for that too, which is what I'm doing right now. Just be careful. If you haven't cut hair before, I suggest you try practicing on a different wig before going at it on your final wig. But hey, they're bangs and they turned out pretty perfect in my opinion, I thought. Looks pretty nice, right? Not too shabby. All right, so let's go ahead and style these. At this point, you don't necessarily have to curl them if you want, but I wanted that extra lift to really get it off of my face instead of swooping down to the side. So I went ahead and wetted the hair, took some Got2b hairspray, linked below in the description if you would like to purchase some, but it is an absolute essential hairspray for wig styling. Saturated it pretty good and grabbed 3 curlers from my stash to go ahead and curl these. Now, with these type of wigs, there's all kinds of way to curl hair. To be honest, I kind of like this way to get the style first, and then I go in with my straightener on a low heat to kind of get a flip edge if I don't get the exact curl I want. But from here, I went ahead and pinned the curls into the wig head practically. And once I had the curlers put in, I actually hit it with the low heat setting on my hair dryer till it became very dry. Once the hair was dry, I removed the curlers and I got a pretty good lift with the hair. So now I took my straightener on a low heat setting, and I wanted to get that nice little flip at the edge that my curlers didn't exactly get. So I just went in with the straightener and straightened to flip. I guess that's how that method goes, but just working it until I got the style I wanted. Alright, so let's attack the back. Make sure you have half up, half down, completely sectioned off with some pins and alligator clips. Have that ponytail nice and secure, brush down, add a ponytail holder, and twist and turn, and making just a tiny little bun at the top of the head. Now, as I'm twisting and turning, I'm adding in bobby pins, straight pins. I even also use some of my special spin pins, which you just saw me put in right now. If you're interested in purchasing some of those for your wig styles, I highly recommend. They are great, heavy-duty, straight pins that look like little twisties. And I'll have the link in the description below if you're interested. So take your time in putting in this little bun, because those hairs do kind of peek out as, you know, you're twisting and pinning. But use several pins. I used a combination of bobby pins and straight pins to get this to lay down flat, and just sprayed the heck out of it once I was done. And there you have it, guys, a Femme Doctor Strange wig. Pretty cool, huh? If you guys are interested in more wig tutorials from me, make sure you comment below on other looks you'd like to see. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys really soon. Adios!